Welcome to CircuitCare. Today we have HP 6730s motherboard. It's a very old one, but it has a very common issue, a very common fault, and I would like to share how I fix it without replacing any component. So join me as we proceed on the troubleshooting aspect. So first of all, we have to check for short. So we have to check if the board has any shorted component. Alright, so measuring the coils, as you can see, there are no shorts on the coils. There are no shorts on the coils. There is no short on this motherboard. So the fastest and easiest way to fix it without replacing component is to jump the first MOSFET. I have not tested, but I'm really sure because it's a very common fault for this model. For this very model, is a very common fault. I've come across it many times. So I'll be coming with my charger now. Alright, so coming with my charger. So right here are the DC jack. On the DC jack we have 19.9. We have 19.9. On the charge on the battery terminals we have 0. So we should be having 3.3 on the data and clock, and we are having 0. And right here we have 19.8. So on the first MOSFET input we have 19.8. On the output we have 0 volt. So here is the point where we need to cross. You understand me? So we need to cross from the input of this MOSFET to the output. You understand? This is the source and this is the drain. So on the source we have 19 volts and we have 0 on the drain. So we have to cross it. So we have a proper flow of current without replacing this MOSFET. So I don't know if you ever tried this method. Let me know in the comment section. It's a shortcut. You know, I love shortcut. So take notes on the power MOSFET. On the drain, the 4 legs are connected together, the 4 terminals are connected together. While on the source, the 3 terminals over here are connected together. While the one that you see standing alone here is here the gate. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump that MOSFET. So I'll be using this piece of wire, you know. So I don't know if this method has ever worked for you. So try using a method that works for you. So dragging from the drain, the source to the drain. So I don't know if by any way you're having doubt that this won't work. Alright, let's test. As you can see, everything is just fine. So let's check for data and clock. Output on the data and clock. So we're expecting to see 3.3 volts in two places, or maybe three. So right here we have 2.4, okay, and 2.1. So this board is working perfectly now. This board is working perfectly now. So let me look for a way to turn on the board. I think the power switch should be around, I'm not sure, maybe the power switch should be around here. So let's check for 3.3 volts on the power switch connector. So over here we have 18. Is that normal? Okay, so we have 3.7 and we have 4.4 volts. So I have to disable the CMOS. So let's see if the system will come up by itself. Let's see if the board will come up by itself. All right. All right. So the processor is heating up. So everything is fine. So if you like my method, follow me, like and subscribe.